This week on BusyBee TV, I see if I can make a plane for under $50. Hello and welcome to BusyBee TV. I'm your host, Lucas Weakley, and today's going to be a challenge. So Christmas is coming up, and a gift that I normally receive would be a $50 Visa gift card. So I wanted to see if I could build a plane for under $50 so I could use that card. And this is what I came up with. So obviously it just doesn't really look like a plane, but if you watch Flitetest, you'll know what this is right off the bat. For those of you that don't, this is what's called a swappable, and more specifically, this is a baby swappable. So basically a swappable is a fuselage with all your electronics pre-installed. So this is a single investment, so you only have to buy this once, and then you put on different bodies and wings to turn it into different airplanes for much less cost than it would take to buy all the electronics for that individual plane. So this is an original idea from Flitetest, and they have a much bigger version of this. And they also have a whole series of airplanes that they've made for it, and I'll put a link in the description so you can see their videos. But anyways, I have a couple airplanes that I've designed for this. Let me get one. So this is a slow flying plane. It likes to go into high alpha. It kind of is like a night vapor. It has elevator and rudder control, so 3-channel, and it has a lot of dihedral for stabilization. This other plane is a delta wing, and so this is roughly based off the design that Flitetest has for their delta wing for their swappable, except for theirs has a 30-inch wingspan and this one only has 18 inches. So basically it has a KF M2 airfoil, a single vertical stabilizer, and it has elevon, so it's bank and yank. So one of the major differences between my design and Flitetest is that they have to use barbecue skewers and zip ties to hold their wings to the fuselage. But because this plane is so small, I can actually get away with using magnets. So let me show you a close-up of how this works.
First I grab the receiver, then thread the wires through the fuselage, then I plug in the servos and cram all the wires back into the fuselage. To attach the body, I first slide in the popsicle stick on the front of the wing into my 3D printed motor mount. Then I can simply let go and the magnets will take care of the rest. To turn on the electronics, I connect the battery on the outside of the plane to the JST connector glued into the fuselage.
So I bet you're wondering, how much does this cost? Well, for all the parts that you can order on Hobby King, such as the motor, ESC, battery, receiver, connectors, and prop, that is a little bit over $48, which is a little bit high for being a $50 budget, but it's still able to be ordered with a $50 gift card. For all the other parts, such as the landing gear and push rods and the foam, I got that in local places, and then the price gets a little bit above $50, but I mean, it's not much, it's like $51. So unless you're really cheap, it's not going to be a problem. And once you have that initial $50 fuselage, each plane that you want to add to it, the 2 servos, linkages, and the foam, will only cost about $8, which is pretty incredible for having a brand new airplane for only $8. So even though these planes are micros, they still fly really well. So let's check them out. These planes are amazing, and they blow away all my expectations on how they were going to fly and perform. For the build videos and plans for both the modular fuselage and the wings that I've shown you today, they'll be up as soon as I can get a second set of parts in the mail from Hobby King. But until then, if you don't want to miss that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. So thanks for watching.